And we are back with another episode of Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered. I'm Coach Jace, always with me, Coach Rob. And my goodness, the free agency world has gone crazy over the last couple of days. It hadn't been Soto yet, but the free agency world has taken its turn. And we're going to get into it today. But before we get into that, we got some very important things to do first.
I fucking launched that bitch. Whenever I literally just up and it just fucking
solid, bud.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great open.
Yeah, and well, it was a great opening and a great open.
I don't know.
All right,
you're right. It was an okay opening.
Yeah, it's my opening. So sorry,
all right.
But yeah,
welcome to the crosstalk.
Man, do we have some stuff to report today? The A's today made their largest deal in free agency history, in team history.
They did today?
Today.
Yeah, they did do it today. They did.
Yeah.
Today is Thursday, December 5th. I had to look at it. I don't know my dates anymore.
Yeah, we're right at 6:40 at night here in South Louisiana.
Yeah, I know we're just getting close to Christmas. That's all I know as far as dates.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I really know.
Yeah, man, what a day it's been. The rumors are going crazy about Juan Soto. They're expecting him to sign within the next 4 to 5 days. Winter meetings are about to start on the 9th, so they think he'll be signed before then. It's been a crazy – if you're keeping up with MLB, you're keeping up with it at the right time. It's been a wild few days. We got – if you take the Dodgers out of free agency – the two teams nobody expected to spend the most money are spending the most money.
Well, as of right now.
Yeah, as of right
now. Yes. Which we got MLB Network on right now, and you were correct, Coach. Off camera, Coach Jace is sitting here telling me Teoscar is going to re-sign with the Dodgers. And
did he?
No, but they are. It just came out. There was a tweet put out. I don't know by who because they just showed it on the TV.
But I don't have any updates here yet.
No, they're coming close to finalizing a deal with Teoscar.
The Dodgers, that is.
Dodgers are, yeah. So Teoscar Hernandez could be returning. We will report that as soon as we get it. Hopefully it comes while we do this. But I don't think it will. But no, Coach, why don't you tell us who all signed? We got some. It's chaos right now.
It's wild.
And I think it's because, like we said last episode, I think everybody's waiting on Soto to sign and then kind of wait. Like some of the bigger names are waiting on Soto to sign. But also, we kind of did get some, we got some bigger names off the damn board.
Yeah, we did. Two names that we got on the board signed this past week over the last couple of days since the last time you heard us, which, we recorded Sunday, released it Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we're recording this one tonight, probably release.
That was my fault for sure. The quality of it is also my fault. I'm still... Just bear with us. I found a new button.
It's going to be fine.
I found a new button.
It's going to be fine.
Just letting y'all know. And this button's about to change the game for me.
Hey, look, if you've watched the 2 episodes that we have on YouTube, first off, thank you. Second off, you might see that they're a little blurry, maybe sound a little bit like muffled a little bit. We're still working through it. We're going to get there. Keep hanging in with us. If you don't want to hear that, go check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon's
Apple
Podcasts. Sorry,
yeah.
Amazon Podcasts, iHeartRadio has us on there. Google Play has us on there. We're on every streaming device there is. So check us out on there, like y'all been doing for the first 100 episodes, and still do. We got really good hits on these last 2 episodes, the first 2 that we put on YouTube. So it's been cool to see the numbers stay consistent, plus getting some YouTube watches. It's not a lot, but numbers will come as we keep getting content out there. So we appreciate everybody that tunes in, watches, and sees everything. But let's get into a couple of these signings.
I'm waiting on you.
Well, I just want to give our fans a shout out here, man.
I appreciate it. Everybody. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
Sign, subscribe, sign a waiver, all that good stuff.
If you're a kid, get your parents' permission to listen to it.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. But no, so Frankie Montas signed with the New York Mets. How much you signed for?
Yeah, Frankie Montas goes to the Mets. It's a 2-year deal that includes an opt-out. So, again, we got a player. Actually, this don't say if it's a player or club option. So, I would assume it's a player option since he has the opt-out. But it's a 2-year deal for 34, similar to what Manaea signed last year. Look, this is a team kind of seems like an overpay, in my opinion. This was a guy with he made 19 starts with Cincinnati last year, was only a .6 WAR, wins above replacement, then got traded to Milwaukee, made 11 starts. He was a 0.0 WAR guy there. I mean, the numbers aren't fantastic here. 2024 total, he went 7-11, had a 4.84 ERA. It's not necessarily what you want, but if you're the Mets, you kind of got an overpay right now. There aren't many top names out there. Manaea most likely not coming back. Fried, you're probably not bringing in. Corbin Burns, I've seen a little bit of conversation. I think they had a meeting with Burns, so that can be in target. But this is a team that is essentially losing Luis Severino, who we're about to get to. He signed today, not with the Mets. Okay. Jose Quintana, most likely not re-signing. Sean Manaea, most likely not re-signing. That's all guys that's, 2 out of 3 are current free agents. Luis Severino, as we said, signed today. We'll get to that here in just a second. But you got to replace a lot of innings here. And is Frankie Montas the guy you replace a lot of innings with? He's made 30 starts. He threw 150.2 innings last year. So, yeah, sure, Philly man. Kodai Senga right now is penciled as your number 1. Is this the guy you want at number 2? There's already trade talks of Steven Matz being on the block. You got to make some more moves if you're the Mets here. This is not end-all, be-all. My 1-2 going into the year is fucking Kodai Senga, who we talked about in the playoffs when I texted him was like, he looks completely uninterested. I got on this podcast, said he looked completely uninterested. This is a guy that throws 96 and was topping out at 90 in that game. So whether he was having arm issues or just didn't care, he threw 1 1/3, I think, in that game, or maybe didn't even get out the first thing. I don't remember exactly, but
I don't know either.
It wasn't. He didn't stay in the game long, and that's who's penciled in as your number 1 right now. And now number 2 is Frankie Montas. And oh boy, if you're the Mets, obviously everybody wants Soto, but your name's not linked to any of these other top guys besides Corbin Burns.
No,
that's scary.
If you don't get any of those pitchers, any of those notable pitchers, you better sign Soto because you're going to be allowing 10 runs a game, but you need to score 11. You know what I mean? Yep. To win games, you need pitching, you need defense. So I don't understand why everybody's thoughts are Soto. Mm-hmm. Whenever it might not happen. In you're putting all your chips in one plate, right? You're putting all your food in one plate. Okay, that plate is stacked up high, and you have a bunch of little plates over here that need to be filled.
I mean, the perfect example of that is everybody had their eyes on Soto, right? And then, okay, Soto is down to, according to today, Jeff Passan and all these guys today are saying, there's 5 teams in the running: Dodgers, Sox, Mets, Yankees, Blue Jays. That's your 5 teams in the running here. What did the Dodgers do while everybody else is focused on Soto? Oh, wait, we're going to go get the best left-handed starter, the two-time Cy Young Award winner that throws 98 from the left side. We're going to go get him and Blake Snell to bolster our staff. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
Blake Snell's name wasn't even mentioned for the most part by the Passons and all the guys that cover MLB. Everybody was talking about, Corbin Burns, they got a meeting here. Not Blake Snell. Max Fried got a meeting here. Oh, Severino's drawing some interest. Nate is getting interest from other teams. Will he re-sign with the Rangers, or will the price tag be too big? Nobody was talking Snell. Nobody. And everybody's talking Soto, and the Dodgers are like, y'all keep talking Soto. We're probably out, even though we can still defer more money and get him. But while y'all aren't looking, Blake Snell, hey, let's negotiate real quick under the table that nobody else knows about. Come sign with us, and now we got the best 5 starters in the world.
Yeah.
The best pitchers they've ever put together.
Yeah. Again, I've said it once. I'll say it probably till the end of this season or till they prove me wrong. Who's going to beat them?
Yeah.
Who's going to beat the Dodgers? And I tell you what, the Mets can get Soto all they want, buddy. they can get Soto all they want. Until they fill those pitching spots, they ain't going to be shit.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I don't think Soto signs with them. You mentioned it last episode. Why would he sign with this team, or this team?
Yep.
Like, I'm with you on the Red Sox. I hope he goes there, for our sake. But also, like, logistically, like, looking at it and all, he has the best chance with them.
You got the best chance
go
of
after
winning
something.
long term.
Right.
Because, okay, the Mets get him. Great. Awesome. Now what are you doing?
Now, hear me out.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Hear me out. Soto signs with Boston. I think I saw today 13 for $750.
Jesus, I hope not.
Like, that was like kind of a number that got thrown out there. But let's just say 10 for $600.
Okay.
Right? Let's say he takes that deal, 10 for $600.
Yeah.
And defers fucking, I don't know, $500.
So a Shohei deal.
Does a Shohei and says, go get. And the Red Sox say, okay.
So here's the funny part, and then we're going to get to our next guy because we've been going completely off topic here.
Then we go get fucking Burns. We go get Manea. We go get Fried.
Yeah.
Boom.
Tanner Scott and Jeff Hoffman. Like, let's go. We're here.
And everybody defers money. We got $1 billion of deferred money.
So we're the Dodgers.
Yes.
Oh, the
AL.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fuck the Yankees.
Here's the funny thing. Like, what's kind of been trending in the back of my head here is, and I haven't told you this yet. I hadn't sent it out or nothing.
Yeah.
The Red Sox came out and said, like, we want two of the top three pitchers before Snell signed. So they were thinking Burns, Fried, Snell. I want two of the top three. And if I don't get two, I'm going to get one, and I'm going to make a trade for Garrett Crochet. You know who Soto and Burns have in common? Scott Boras. What if the day Soto gets announced, right after that, Burns gets announced to the Sox? And they're not putting it out yet that they have a deal in place because they want to say, we don't have one deal in place. We got two.
Well,
And we just took the best player and the best pitcher off the board from everybody else. And the Red Sox are back.
so if I'm an agent, unless that organization is paying me, I'm finding the best deal for my client. Right? Boras makes the best deal for his client. Right? Now, that could be with any team.
Right.
It all depends. If Soto goes, hey, I want 10 and $650, fully guaranteed, no deferrals, no nothing, this is what I want. And they say, okay, and they give it to him, then right then and there, like, we don't have fucking money to spend.
Oh, there's always
You're
money to
spending
spend.
$65 million a year on one guy.
No, they'll find a way to get that AAV down. They'll get that down.
But I'm saying, so if he wants this
Signing-
deal, if he
signing
wants
the-
this deal and wants to win, they're gonna have to defer.
Here's the smartest thing that the Sox can do with Soto. Signing bonus doesn't count toward your AAV, but it lowers it. Just like the Dodgers did with Snell. They gave him a $52 million signing bonus. It lowered that AAV by $4 million. What if you're Soto and you want the money, take the money up front. If you're the Red Sox, say you sign him to the $600 million deal you said, right?
Yeah, 10 and 600.
Let's call it 10 and 600. Your AAV there is 60, right? 10 times 60, 600. Okay, your AAV.
Is that how math works?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Son of a bitch.
Say you give him hundo signing bonus, all of a sudden that AAV drops $10 million. And then you still defer some on the backside.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be up to them. That'd be up to...
It'd be up to Soto.
Right.
But you put your name on a paper and you get $100 million plus your salary.
Okay.
And the Red Sox save money, which means more money to spend on free agents.
So are we applying for GM role somewhere?
Yeah, I want to. Fuck.
Is there one available?
I don't
Do
know.
you think... like how in I know we're getting. I'm sorry. We're gonna
Yeah,
continue.
we gotta go. We gotta get to our next guy.
We're gonna continue. But so Andrew Luck got hired on as Stanford's basically GM.
Yep.
Do you think they'll have that for college baseball? Like they'll bring back
College baseball?
like they'll bring like I don't fucking know, like Blake Dean in. I know he's a coach at UNO. Okay, they bring in Tyler Hanover as the baseball GM. I know he has no experience whatsoever. You know, or they bring in Will Clark in Mississippi State or something like that.
But put this in your notes, and when we get to college baseball in January, we can talk about this.
I hate you.
All right.
I fucking hate you.
All right, our next guy. Next guy signs with the Cubs. Matthew Boyd, lefty, is in agreement with the Cubs on a 2-year contract worth $29 million, according to MLB.com, with up to $1 million in incentives.
I like it.
He's going to be 34 in February, so starting the new year, he'll be starting the new baseball year. He'll be 34. Did have Tommy John, came back August 13th last year, coming off of Tommy John the year before. And Matthew Boyd, look, I tell you, it's a chance to it's a chance for that Cubs team to be really solid. If you look at their rotation and what the Cubs have done so far, you got Shota,
Yeah.
you got Justin Steele,
Yeah.
you got Jameson Taillon,
Yeah.
you just signed Matthew Boyd.
Yeah.
You're just going to agree with everything I say?
Well, you're factually right.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just making sure here.
you're not saying that they're the best pitcher in the world. You're saying, hey, the Cubs have these guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. You got Javier Assad.
I thought you were about to say Baez. I was about to say no.
So, you know, that's a very formidable team here. Javier Assad probably slots right into your 5. And, Coach, you tell me you take this from your 5 right here, a 7-6 with a 3.73 ERA. 29 starts for me last year. Yeah, I'll take that from my 5.
You didn't give me a chance
What about
to
you?
answer.
Would you take that?
You didn't give me a chance to answer. Yeah. Yeah, I'd take that as my 5.
Yeah, and now you're getting a guy, played with Cleveland last year. He only made 8 starts, as we said, coming off of Tommy John late August. But in those 8 starts, we just talked about Montas, made 20. Montas last year had a .6 WAR and then got traded at a .0 WAR. Okay, Matthew Boyd in the 8 games he started after August had a .7 WAR, went 2-2 with a 2.72 ERA. This is a lot of upside.
Yeah.
The only problem I can have with this,
Is health concerns.
well, no, I'm talking about Cubs starting staff in general. Shota Imanaga, lefty. Justin Steele, lefty. Matthew Boyd, lefty. That's probably your 1, 2, 3 going into the year. And granted, all a little bit different arm slots, not by much. Little bit different arm slot, little bit different motion, but still 3 straight lefties. That would be my only issue with this. I love the signing, but when you throw that starting staff out there and you got to face, let's just call it opening weekend where you face a team 3 times, right? They're going to see 3 straight lefties. That kind of concerns me. If you go into a playoff series, 3 straight lefties, that kind of concerns me. You want that righty-lefty mismatch where they're not seeing virtually the same arm slot every time. And again, a little bit different arm slots with these guys, but not by much.
You don't think they'll move somebody up that might not be deserving, but they're a righty, so they'll kind of stagger it? You don't think?
No, because are you trying to get the most wins or not? The answer is yes. How do you get the most wins? You throw your best guys as much as possible.
Did Max Fried play with Dansby?
Yeah.
They'll go sign Fried. Cubs go sign Fried.
Here goes this guy.
I'm just anything can happen. You are such
They're not.
No.
They're not.
You are a type A person, right? Which means that you have to have everything drawn out, everything written out. You don't think outside the box.
I do think outside.
Think outside the box here. Max Fried, the perfect signing for the Cubs to go get.
I'm not saying it's not the perfect signing, but it's not this year. The Cubs are already trying to trade $26 million in Bellinger. They're not going to go sign a guy that's commanding $30.
They can get him for $20.
No, they can't.
Well, they trade Belly, they free up that money, and then they go get Fried. Welcome to Diamond Deck Discussions, everybody.
And again, you need... Okay, so what are you going to do about the back half of your bullpen? Because it's not that great. And yeah, your starters for 5 innings, because that's what MLB's become, might hold the other team to 3 runs.
They'll just refinance Wrigley Field. Think outside the box, Jake.
Jeez, everyone.
Come on, dude.
Everybody, this is what I got to do with here.
Yeah,
it don't make any sense. They want to trade their best player, but then go sign Fried for $6 million more. Don't make any sense. Make it make sense.
I'm not saying they want to do that. Obviously, they don't, or they would have fucking done it.
Well, no, they're in the process of doing it. They're trying to find.
Are they though?
matches.
Have we heard the Cubs? This is the first I'm hearing of the Cubs, like looking at somebody and they signed him.
Yeah, because they're not looking at anybody. They're looking to trade their best piece.
Right,
in Cody Bellinger.
to go get some arms, dude.
But you got to score runs.
Not if you don't allow any.
How do you win a game?
I mean, by ruling.
You score more than the other.
You can get lucky and score 1 run.
This is MLB. They've done everything to help offenses out. You take away the shift. You've done a juice ball era. But the only
juice player era, that was fun.
I was about to say the only thing they've done to not help the offense is get rid of steroids, which people still beat. No, you gotta have offense. You gotta have offense. Offense wins championship. I used to be defense wins championships, not anymore. Offense wins championship. I need to score runs. And when I score, I want to beat you convincingly. I want you to have a 5-0 lead in the 5th like the Yankees did, and then you fuck it up so bad that we embarrass you after. Like, you know me. We coach together.
Yeah, I know.
I don't call the dogs off because I'm up 11-0 in the last inning. We're still stealing. We're still hitting and running. I'm still sending you from second on a single and making them throw you out. Like,
you got to stop us.
You have to beat me. Yes. I'm not beating myself.
Correct.
Like, I grew up in an era where you call the dogs off when you beating somebody 14-0. I don't, because I am teaching kids how to start losing at that point.
I told this story whenever Dad was on, but for those of you who didn't hear it, yeah, actually, thank you.
I don't want you to get mad at me.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You frustrated me tonight, by the way. Just in general. Yeah, well, all the time. But
why?
Because your thought process, dude, you have to think like Manea is going to the Pirates.
Didn't you just say, are we applying for GM positions?
Yeah. But not to those teams. Fuck those teams. We want to ruin them. We want to ruin them. And when I say we, I mean you. I'm not fucking smart enough to go be a GM somewhere. No way.
I'd hire you.
As what?
My assistant.
The fucking janitor?
My assistant.
That's cool. I get a World Series ring, right?
All right. Yeah. The Cubs got Matthew Boyd. All right.
Fuck the Cubs. All right. One of my favorite catchers in this free agency market, Kyle Higashioka, has signed a 2-year deal with the Texas Rangers, and I love this. The issue is Jonah Heim is still there. So what the fuck are you doing?
So, it's funny because I say the same shit that I said when the Angels signed Travis d'Arnaud.
Right.
You got a guy in Logan O'Hoppe that you love that's a stud.
You have a switch hitting Jonah Heim.
You got a switch hitting Jonah Heim who, by the way, let me throw this in there for everybody that don't know. He was an all-star this past year.
Correct. So where are you putting Higgy? Because he can play, I think, the corners. I think he can, but you got Josh Jung
at third,
Who you have at first?
Um,
Who was at first? Fuck.
Joey
Joey Gallo. That's who it is.
I hate you. So if
Who's at first?
at this point, okay,
Nate Lowe?
look, hear me out here.
Is it Nate Lowe?
Yes,
Okay.
at this point, Nate Lowe's on the block. If he's, or is Nate Lowe a free agent?
He might be. I hadn't had
Or is
that
he
pulled
back?
up. We don't have that on the board.
I can look at it real quick, but I want to talk about this here for just a second. Even if he's not, I don't care. Whatever it is. Nate Lowe, nope, arbitration year.
So okay.
So he's back.
Okay.
He's back. All right, so he's in ARB 3,
So
which is his second to last year being a free agent. Okay, if I'm the Rangers, even with Nate Lowe, let's say you keep him, and to me he should be tradable, okay? Or he's your DH. And here's why he's your DH.
Duke can hit.
Because Leotis Taveras should also be trade block eligible.
I don't like him at all.
And your outfield going into 2025 is this.
I got it. Wait, can I do it?
Go ahead.
Can I do it? We got Wyatt Langford in center.
Yep.
Okay. You got
Jesus.
What's his name?
He was so excited.
The big
Adolis
Garcia in right, and your left fielder is Evan Carter.
Good. Okay. So you got all them there.
Right.
You got who at third?
Josh Young. Or
Who at short?
Correa.
Seager.
Sorry, Seager. Yes.
Who at second?
Simeon.
Who at first?
Josh Smith.
Nope. Who's at first? You just now said him. Who's at first?
He?
No, Nate Lowe.
Oh, Nate Lowe. Okay.
Okay. With that puts Jonah Heim behind the plate.
And Josh Smith is your DH.
Josh Smith or Higgy is your DH.
But Josh.
So hear me out here. Hear me out here.
I'm mad.
Don't be. You're about to be really happy.
Okay.
Josh Young is coming off of an injury-riddled season with the wrist, didn't play, whatever. Nathaniel Lowe, Leotis Taveras on the trade block. Get rid of him. Josh Young, this is. Slide to first. Josh Smith, you're my starting third baseman every single day because you just won a fucking Silver Slugger for me, so I can't keep you out the lineup.
Correct.
And my DH is Higgy and Jonah Heim, and they flip-flop back and forth to give each other a break behind catchers. And that's my starting team.
And
I'm going Smith, Seager, Simeon, Young.
That's all the S's.
Yeah. Are you still mad?
No.
Okay.
That's a World Series team.
I want Josh Smith to be my starting I don't want Josh Smith to be my starting DH. You know why? Josh Smith hasn't had health concerns playing the field.
Correct.
You know who has? Josh Young.
You know who hasn't really played the field? Josh Smith.
Thank you. And when he's played
Lights
left,
out.
second, short, third,
Yeah.
right.
And lights out. Could have won a Gold Glove,
Yeah.
but he just hadn't played enough. You got to get him more play. You got to get him more time on the field.
But
And Wyatt Langford is just disgusting.
Dude, look.
At all aspects of the game. He's a true 5-tool player. He's a great pick at number 4.
Yep.
It's
a steal.
Well, that draft was just fucking. I mean, you had Skeens, Cruz, high schooler, Langford.
Yep.
That was your top 4 picks.
Dude, I tell you, look,
Wasn't the high schooler Max Clark?
Yeah, Max Clark.
Yeah.
I love this pickup for Texas. I think it is a perfect get for them. You give Jonah Heim a break behind the plate. You're getting Higashioka, who only played in 84 games. He was a 1.4 WAR player. He hit 17 homers in 84 games. So you essentially double the amount of games because 81 would be half the year. So essentially double the games, double the homers here. Let's not even double. Let's say he hits 220 again, which is what he hit this past year. But if he's playing every day, whether it be a DH or catcher role, and he gives you 25 to 35 homers, dude.
He hadn't played 100 games yet.
No, he hasn't.
No, so I mean his career high in games played is 92.
But you got to think those times in New York where he started that career was Gary Sanchez behind the plate. And you wasn't taking El Gary out.
Okay, well, what happened with the Padres last year?
The Padres shuffled through a ton of catchers last year.
Right. So he's going to another team where he might only play 90 games.
But he can DH.
That's fair.
He can DH.
If they do it, if they do what you said.
Yeah, if not, Josh Smith's your DH permanently.
Right, so he could just backup catcher? Because Jonah Heim's starting.
Yeah, Jonah Heim's starting. Fact. 100%. That's what I'm saying. The Rangers want to get rid of payroll. Nathaniel Lowe's projected to make $10 plus million.
Yeah.
Let me see what Leotis.
Unless you're planning on shopping Josh Smith.
Tavares contract. Let's see what Leotis is projected to make. So he signed already.
It's Leotis, by the way.
Leotis, Tavares, whatever.
Stupid.
He signed already at 5.2. So you got two guys making 15 there combined.
Okay.
15.7 combined.
Got it.
You're trying to lower payroll. You got a guy in Wyatt Langford, pre-arb, means league minimum. Josh Smith, pre-arb, league minimum. Josh Young at third, league minimum. Evan Carter, league minimum. That's a way to do it.
Okay. I mean, look, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. And I think
it's a great plan.
And I think you can get good prospect, maybe even MLB ready prospect for Lowe and Leotis. Or Leotis, sorry. I keep saying it's Leotis. Was there a Leotis Tavares that played?
Leotis Tavera.
Okay.
What's this dude's name?
Leotis Tavares.
I think it's... Yeah. I don't fucking know, dude.
I got Leotis for some reason. I think there was one, but anyway,
I'm a horse racing fan, dude. Right. I don't know any of it.
I like this signing a lot. I know you like this signing a lot.
This one?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great signing.
Yes,
I agree. All right, let's get to another team that we like. Coach, we finally get to talk about our Red Sox, and it's not Juan Soto yet. Cross our fingers, but the Red Sox did make a move. The arguably best or second best lefty, because Tanner Scott is the best lefty out there on the free agent market. But the next best lefty that you could do, Aroldis Chapman, comes with some baggage, but Chappie does sign with the Sox. It is a 1-year, $10.75 million. He's a 7-time All-Star, got 335 career saves. I don't see him slotting into that role. I don't see him being the closer. I don't see that.
I don't know. He was in Pittsburgh last year.
He notched 14 out of 19. But the Sox have some guys that can fit right in there. Don't forget, we got Liam Hendricks still. Justin Slayton was phenomenal at the bullpen. He's going to be right there. Garrett Whitlock, when he's healthy, is going to be right there in the closer role. So you got some guys there. I don't think it's Chapman. If it is, great. If it's not, great. Who really cares?
I think we're just replacing him with Kenley. Right? Because Kenley's gone.
Kenley's gone. Yep.
Right? So I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do. This is a guy that was still throwing, I think his fastball last year averaged 98.9, so he's still got the juice in the arm. He is more in the strike zone now. He's cut his walk rate because he's added a sinker. He still throws the slider. So
he's also not throwing 105 miles an hour. So
last year he did hit 105.
Okay, I'm sorry. when you dial it down a bit, which 98 dialing it down is fucking ridiculous to me. But whenever you dial it down a little bit, you have more control.
Mm-hmm.
You legit have more control. So, I love this. I love. He's 37. That's my only issue with this signing is because you paid quite a bit of money for him.
Yep.
Right, but he'll give you 2 good years, and he'll probably retire.
Well, he's only signed to a 1-year deal.
We'll re-sign him for 1 more. That's what I meant. No. He'll give you a good year, and I think he's going to be looking for, depending on the year he has. So say he has a fucking just phenomenal year. Like, say he goes 21 for 23 saves, with like a 1.5 ERA.
Yep.
Like, hey, he might go find somewhere else to play next year, He might think he still got it. But if he has like a 3.25 ERA with, I don't know, maybe like 10 blown saves, like, hey, we might go ahead and retire, bud.
I mean, look, the thing about it is his numbers are still just absolutely incredible. I mean, Baseball Savant here, when it comes down to, let's see where we at right here, 2024 right here. His K percentage, 37.1. So essentially 4 out of every 10 guys he faces, he's striking out.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's going to be a reliever where you face 3, maybe 4 in an inning.
Perfect.
So
I love it.
that was top 1% in the MLB. The only bad news is his walk rate is still a little bit high, even though it's dropped a good bit. And this might not sound like big numbers, but just a couple years ago, he was at 17.5 was his walk rate. He's then dropped that down to 14.5. That's still bottom of relievers, but you live with that. You live with that. This is a guy, again, 37.1% strikeout rate. Yeah, give me that all day long. This dude throws absolute fuego still. Has developed a sinker that has been absolutely sick. In fact, he threw his sinker almost double the amount of times from last year to this year. His percentage last year was 16.3. This year, his sinker percentage was 27.2. Let's see where we at here too. What else we want to talk about with him? Whiff rate. His whiff rate on his pitches, especially the split finger, has gone up. Whiff rate's nice. Again, I love the strikeout numbers. This is a guy that, look, this Red Sox team has lost a lot. You lost Kenley. You lost Chris Martin. You got to build your bullpen back up. Again, got baggage with him? Fine. Whatever. He's pitched with it since, when did he get suspended? That was with the Yankees. He got suspended.
It was
20.
It was after the Cubs. I guess after the World Series. And
17. Cubs won in 16. He got suspended the first 25 games of 17.
Okay.
Yeah. He's look. This is a guy that's not liked around baseball. Go look at everybody that commented after he signed. This is a guy that's not liked.
I love him. I don't care.
This is a great signing for the Sox.
Yeah.
I don't care how much baggage it comes with. It's a great sign. And not just for the Sox. It's a great signing for any team. If you would have got him, you'd be happy. You might not like him. You might not like what he comes with, but the signing is good. You need a left-handed, high-leverage guy that's been a closer, guy that's pitched in the World Series, guy that's won the World Series.
We can say the same thing for a right-hander I wish would get signed. Comes with baggage.
Trevor
Not liked around the league.
Bauer.
I watched a couple of his videos today. The dude is on one, and he developed another pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It is filthy. It's a turbo sinker.
Yep.
Buddy, it's got 17 inches of run on it. It is disgusting. Will he get fucking signed this year?
I hope, man.
God,
I hope so
I'll watch
bad.
it. I don't care if he signs with the Yankees, which I don't think he will because Garrett Cole's there. But even if he signed for the Yankees, I would 100% watch every Yankees game he pitches in.
Yeah, just to watch him pitch.
And cheer him on.
Yep.
I go get a jersey.
I want him back in the league. I really do.
He deserves it. He deserves every minute of it.
But
He had almost Skeens numbers in the Mexican leagues. I get it. It's the Mexican leagues. And he had Robbie Cano on his team.
yeah,
And Robbie Cano won the batting title, by the way.
yeah, he had like 347 or something like
and
that.
they won a World Series.
Yeah.
And he won their Cy Young.
Yep. Baggage. Trevor Bauer comes down with the Sox. We'll take.
Trevor Bauer, Simon Dominic discussions.
We'll pay you nothing, but
I know you probably don't drink beer. You probably have a very nice diet and all, but hey, if you can get my velo up, that'd be cool.
yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Hey, speaking of some cheddar, we got a righty. There is a righty that's signed, Luis Severino. We've been kind of mentioning him a little bit. The A's Baseball Club, or Sacramento A's, or whatever the fuck they're going to be called this year.
The Athletics.
Definitely not the Oakland Athletics.
What does this mean for the Athletics? Bad news for the Athletics.
The A's go out and make the biggest signing of their franchise history by a total of $1 million whole dollars. They go out and get Luis Severino. It is a 3-year, $67 million deal. It includes a $10 million signing bonus and an opt-out after the second year. This surpasses, as I said, Eric Chavez in, guess what year, Coach?
03.
04.
4. Shit.
Eric Chavez was their biggest signing ever. 6 years at $66 million.
Was 03 the Moneyball year?
Yes.
So 04 would have been the year after because they made the playoffs.
Great math.
Yes.
Great math.
I was confused. I thought it might have been the year before.
Maybe it was 2. Was it 2?
Well, so 03, between 02 and 03 was the year that they lost Giambi, Johnny Damon, and fuck. And
it was a 2002
somebody else.
team. Record 2002 series. Yep.
Yeah. So that was the year that they lost. Fuck. Who else was it? It was 3 guys.
Isringhausen, Giambi,
Yes.
and
Johnny
Damon. Yep.
Yes. Because that was elite right there.
Yeah.
That's whenever the A's were good. And then that's the next year in 03, that's the movie. That's
Correct.
the movie where they got Jeremy Giambi and
Scott Hattie Bird.
Yes.
And the underhanded guy. Who's the underhanded guy?
David Justice.
Yeah, well, they traded for Justice, yeah.
Okay. And that was for Cokes and the vending machine.
And the Yankees paid half his salary.
Yes.
No, Cokes and the vending machine was
Was that Jeremy?
Nope. That was the midseason guy from the Giants, the relief pitcher. Oh my gosh.
We don't have to say it. It's fine.
I can't think of his name. But anyway,
I can't think of
all
his
right.
name either.
The A's.
Oh fuck! Who? Submarine.
I said him already.
Oh,
You don't listen to me. It's all right.
I'm thinking of the third baseman. Who was the third baseman for the A's in that time?
Chavez.
Eric Chavez.
Hmm?
So who was the sub guy?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Fuck. I'll find it.
Welcome, Dime Dish.
I'll
Anyway,
look it up.
yeah, look, this is, again, it's one of those things that's super confusing, right? Like, what are the Athletics doing here? There was talks that they wanted to spend money and get their payroll from $45 million to around $100. I mean, do you agree, disagree?
Chad
Like,
Bradford.
there you go. Yep, Chad Bradford.
That's it. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm asking you, like, how do you feel about this? You know, this is a Luis Severino that he's not young by, any means. He's going to be 31 to start the year off. You sign a 3-year deal with a team that's not going to compete in that division. You couldn't have got 20. What did he sign for? How much was this?
You're supposed to know this, Coach.
I got it right here somewhere. 3 and 67. You couldn't have got 22 and 22.33 from anybody else.
He played. You know what he played for last year? He played a 1-year deal for $13 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say 11 or 13 or something.
It was $13 million. So fuck, you could have signed him for 18 and been happy with that.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, you couldn't have got a longer term deal.
The A's have been playing. I would say they've been playing Moneyball for how many years now? Since 03, right? So that'd be 21 years. They've been playing Moneyball. I think they decided, hey, Billy, sorry, we're not going to listen to you this year. And we're going to go ahead and spend some money this year. And if they here's the issue. If they only sign Severino, it's a bust.
Yeah, you got to go out and get another guy.
Right.
I love J.P. Sears, but J.P. Sears is my number 1 or number 2. I'm not the biggest fan of J.P. Sears as my number 1 or 2. He's a solid 3. He's 28, lefty.
Well,
went 11 and 13.
Severino's your 1 right now.
Yeah.
At this point, he's your 1.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
But so you got to go get another starter. Bring Manaea back.
They tried. They tried. Actually, did I save that one?
So they didn't spend enough?
Jeff Passan, I think, put that out about, let me see. Nope, I don't see it right here. Somebody did put it out today that they tried to go get Mania first and bring him back to the team that drafted him.
Because that'd be sick.
So.
I used to love A's Mania.
Yeah, it was
Mania, whatever, however the fuck you want to say.
Mania.
That is. We don't own the rights to that song.
I don't know if that's a song, and I might have just made it up. So
I don't believe it is, but hey.
I mean, even Jeff Passan put out is well over market expectation, which I don't think anybody disagrees with. But yeah, look, it's just a super. I don't see this team again. I don't see this team competing in this division. Competing in this division.
Where's
it's.
Where's hard?
And look, they had a good year. You were improved from same record as the year before.
Yeah, but I think they were projected lower.
They were projected lower.
And so they hit their over on wins for the season,
mm-hmm.
according to the sports books and all. So what direction are they going in, right? So we got an old school 80s A's helmet. And I think next episode I'm going to use mine.
Where is it?
It's on a chair.
Oh,
it was one of the ones. It was one of the ones that fell off the season, off the wall. Go grab it. So that's what I'm saying. I think next episode, what I'll end up doing is use my just put it on, bud. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you go.
Loosen up my headphones here. They don't quite fit. It's all right. I'm not really sure.
So shout out
go behind the head.
Shout out to my uncle. He gave me these helmets. They're from the 80s. They're back in like 85, 86. He would go to this. There's a bunch more. And like I said, I think next episode I'm going to use my phone camera as one of our camera angles. And I'm going to end up, kind of showing. If I want to show something, I can show it there or whatever.
Yeah.
And so Prime Brett, he ended up. You go to this gas station back
Buddy,
in the
I don't
80s.
like this. I'm sorry.
You can take it off. It's okay.
Take it off.
You can take it off.
It's terrible not being able to have my headphones comfortably.
You wear it backwards
around my head.
So
I did think about doing the under.
That'd be hilarious.
But no,
that'd be awesome.
I need.
Anyway, so back in the 80s, you go to this gas station in Donaldsonville and you get a Slurpee, and they give you a helmet. And so I have, I think, 17 or 18 of them. 3 of them have fallen off the wall so far. Yep. I don't know how to put them back up. We're going to figure that one out later. But no, this A's team, what direction are they headed in? Are they not playing Moneyball anymore and they're going to spend some money?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're headed in a direction where you want to sell people on, hey, look, we're out of Oakland now for good. Yes, we're in Sacramento for a few years, but we're going to Vegas. But we want to start now, this year, with whatever team we have, whatever free agent we want to sign, whoever we want to trade for. We want to start a new legacy of A's. And we wanted to start with the group that we bring in for the first time in 2025. And let's get that group in to really set the tone of where we're going to be, how we're going to compete, how we're going to even spend money. I mean, dude, this ownership group took over in 2002, 2004, whatever time this ownership group took over, and your biggest signing in history is a 6-year, $66 million deal. Until this, you have money, and you're going to Vegas.
You have no money to go to Vegas. That's the thing.
I am selling every free agent on come create a new legacy of athletic baseball. And you got a chance to do that. Granted, this deal has an opt-out the year before they go to Vegas or supposed to be in Vegas. But still, start that legacy now. You get to say, I was part of that first team that started the Vegas legacy. Or, if it's next year, the second team, or the next year, the third team, the team right before they moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
I was part of. Sell them on that. See if it works. If not, even Jeff Passan said it seems like an overpay. Then you got to overpay a little bit to get some guys. And guess what? If you don't like spending the money, 6 months from now, if Sevy has the same year where he went 11-7 with a 3.9 ERA, contending team, you got 2 more years of control. Go ahead and trade me some of your best prospects for Luis Severino because he's got 2 more years of control. Like, you can trade him off. It ain't no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I just don't know how to feel about it because the A's haven't done this in so long.
I know, it's been...
And the first time they do
it's been a whole lifetime.
Like, the first time that they do sign somebody big, it's Severino. Right? Like, why not go get fucking, I don't know, Evaldi? Like, why not go get... I mean, yeah, you said they tried Manaea. Why not go get Corbin Burns?
Yeah, get somebody that's going to...
Instead of overpaying for Severino. I like what they're doing. I like the fact they're changing.
Not to say that Sevy's not a game changer, but he's not Corbin Burns and Max Fried.
Yeah. No, I can agree with you. But at the same time, like, it's a good signing for the A's.
It is. It's a great signing.
But only if they go sign some other players.
Yep.
They can't just go sign Severino and be like, hey, we did good.
Yep.
No, that cannot be the mindset here. You have to say, okay, we did good, but we can do better.
Yep.
Let's go get a reliever. You have Mason Miller already. Earlier in the year, you were trying to shop him, so what the fuck are they doing with that? I don't know. But now that they signed Severino, you keeping Mason Miller, who throws 105 consistently?
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Fuck, go get Ben Joyce. Go get Ben Joyce from the Angels. Speaking of Angels.
Oh, man, they're not going to get Ben Joyce from the Angels. Angels ain't trading that. That's their future right there, so.
Yeah.
You think you can pause it?
Speaking of future.
This should be fun.
We got written on the board here, which is why I need to put my phone as a camera angle so I can just go, hey. Robot umpires. Okay.
Well,
not robot umpires.
strike zone.
Yeah, challenges. So it'd be strike zone challenges, right?
Yeah.
How they do in the minor leagues. I think Paul Skeens won a couple of them whenever he was in the minors. They had one at bat. It was a 0-2 count. Dude ended up getting a walk off of it was 4 straight challenges that were this far from the fucking zone.
Yeah, inches.
Yeah,
centimeters.
And he challenged him and ended up getting a walk 4 straight times. I don't know the rules specifically on them in the minors. Like whether you get a certain amount of game or you get one, and if you lose it, you don't have any more. If you win it, you have another one. Like, I don't know the rules on all that.
Yep.
I don't know if I like it. So we're getting them eventually. 26 maybe? Not this season.
Okay, so they're going to test them in spring training 2025. So
right.
Spring training in 13 of the 19 host ballparks. We will be testing this. All right. And for the longest time I was against this. And I still don't like it. But we saw what happened in postseasons the last couple of years. And in my opinion, the point of sports and the point of technology and replay is what? The game to be called the right way.
Correct.
Right? We saw in the World Series, we covered it, I deleted the stats, probably should have looked at it before we talked about this. But we had what in the World Series 5 games? Like the bottom third of accuracy, strike, and ball calling umpires umpiring these 5 games. Why do we have the bottom third of umpires calling these games? Please. You know, I want the strike zone to be the strike zone. Now, one of the problems that it says right here, according to Sports Illustrated, is it's been tested in the minors over the last five years. But there's still work to be done in terms of determining a proper strike zone, which I agree. Okay? Jose Altuve and Aaron Judge don't have the same strike zone. One's 5'6", the other one's 6'7". Strike zone's different.
Correct.
So, how do you properly determine a strike zone? Sure, that's a big question. If you want to make it very simple, belly button to knee. Okay, bottom of letters to knee.
Yeah, I like letters to knee. I feel like that's more of a strike zone because we've seen, as we're watching MLB Network, they're showing Barry Bonds fucking destroy baseballs at his upper abdomen. Like that. I mean that's a strike.
Yeah.
If you can hit it out the park, it's a strike.
Well, okay, hold on. Time out here, because I'm pretty sure Vlad Guerrero Sr., a ball bounced and he hit it out the park.
No, he got a base hit, but it did bounce.
Okay.
Baez did the same thing. Javi did the same thing.
Yeah, well, either way, it's not just out of strike. We've seen. Look at Rafi Devers. The ball Rafi Devers hit against Garrett Cole this past year. I think it was Garrett Cole. That ball was up and away by like 8.7 inches or something.
Okay.
And he pulled it for a homer.
All right. Okay. All right. But you know what I mean when I say that if it's a strike.
So you're looking bottom of numbers to knee, and then width
bottom
of the plate.
Letters. Yeah. Bottom of logo.
Yep.
Now, if you are like,
if you're New York in the pinstripes and all you got's NY on your chest,
that's different.
Where the strike
right?
zone.
So I guess below the chest, like right where the chest ends, that would be because I mean these guys are all muscular. You can all tell where their chest, the bottom of their chest is.
Yep.
Right now, my man. I don't know if I can say that. My man.
Pecs.
They're not pecs, though. My man boobies. Okay, boobies is a good word. It's fine. My man boobies. They go right into my belly. So I don't know, and they hang a little lower, I guess.
Oh my god.
So like my strike zone would be, a little bit different. What?
Nothing, but keep going.
I'm just saying my strike zone would be a little different. But like, I mean, everybody playing it like, okay, never like not like Vogelback, right? Vogelback, it's a monster.
The problem I have with it, and I'm sure they will get all this worked out before they implement this into MLB. All right, what's your limits here? How many does the pitcher get, and is it per inning? Is it per hitter? Is it you get 2 automatically? As long as you win them, you keep them. If you lose them, you're out. If a relief pitcher comes in the 5th, does that relief pitcher get 2, or is it 2 for all pitchers? On the offensive side, is it 1 per hitter per at bat? If you win, you keep it. Is it 1 per hitter for the whole game? You win, you keep it. You test it in the first inning. You lose. Do you lose it? I think there's a lot of technicalities that they're going to have to figure out because. You also got to remember, this isn't something that MLB just says, we're implementing this, and it's done. The Major League Baseball Player Association, MLB PA,
right,
also has to agree to these terms. And so that's run by players and former players. So where do you make the determination of how does each pitcher get the challenge? Do you do it per inning? Do you get 2 challenges per inning that can't carry over? So if you don't use them in the first, you get 4 in the second. No, or do they carry over? There's a lot of things to toss up here. For one, as much as I'm against it, I'm also for it because I do want the game to be called the right way. As much as I love the human nature of the game and safe and outs, balls and strikes, fair foul, you're going to make mistakes. We're human. We all have skin here. Like everybody's going to make mistakes, right? As much as I love that aspect, when you get to a World Series and you just worked your ass off for over a year to get there, and you've put in all this time and all this effort, and you've bled and sweated and cried and been tears of joy and everything with a team in the postseason. And I don't care if it's just a postseason thing. The game has to be called correctly. And I have the same issue with replay, right? We've come on here plenty of times bitching about the replay. Now that we have this new program, whenever we talk about it, we can actually pull it up and input this into the YouTube video. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No, I haven't, but we're going to figure it out.
You can actually pull it up like John Boy does. John Boy does a fantastic job, and he's actually up for some reward this year.
Really?
It's really cool. He's done a great job. Even though he's a Yankees guy, it's okay.
Is it an AVN?
I don't know what it is.
So that's an adult video.
No, it's not that. I can tell you what it is.
Okay.
But
it's a whole different category.
Yeah, no.
Emphasis
it's not
on the
that.
whole.
This guy, man. Let's see, John Boy Media. He talked about it today. Sent out a big thank you to everybody.
John Boy's legit. Like, if
he's
you haven't seen any of his
fantastic.
videos, and he's not telling us to say this, we don't even know this dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to meet him one day. It'd be great.
Yep.
But I've been watching his breakdowns for a couple of years now, and I mean he'll get it, like, especially if there's a fight. That's my favorite videos, because he'll basically break it down and be like, you see, the coach here says fuck you. Like, I probably shouldn't have said that. Well, he did. So, and like, he catches things that we don't catch on TV, like just watching a game.
Yeah.
And it's great. He's a great. He breaks it down, and I'm sure he knows baseball too. I'm sure.
Well, yeah, he's a Yankees fan. He's a full-fledged Yankees fan.
That doesn't mean he knows baseball.
No, he
There's
doesn't.
a lot of LSU football fans out there that don't know fucking football.
Yeah, no, he's a baseball guy for sure. So, all right, so I have it right here. According to his X page, John Boy Media, or if you want to follow him himself, at JohnBoy_. Again, giving him a shout out. We don't even know the guy. We're not getting paid for this, but it is what it is.
No,
we like him, so it's cool.
Good dude.
We shout out people that we like. Pat McAfee, love Pat.
Love Pat.
John
Yes.
Boy, fantastic. Like, love these guys.
Yes.
People's Magazine. So, the one that does, like, all the awards. Like, shit, I can't even think of awards off the top of my head now. But for the first time.
AVN.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
For the first time ever, they're doing a Creators of the Year award. And John Boy's up for that this year. So, really cool, man.
Is it a People's Choice Award?
Sure.
You said People's Magazine, so that's what makes you think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I let him out? Should I let her out? Open up the door.
It's him. It's not her. Yeah, you can let. We got the dogs in here because they just are being dumb.
They see him in the video. It's all right.
Right.
He was whining a little bit, so we let him out.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay.
now you're going to let him out, and I guarantee you in about 5 minutes he's going to bark to come back in.
Yeah, because Bella's still in here.
Right, exactly.
But,
Hey, Bill.
yeah, Bill. So, okay, so, again, as much as I'm against it because I love the human aspect of baseball, I always have, always will. And, again, I wouldn't be mad if this is a... Uh-oh.
No, she's good.
I wouldn't be mad if this is a postseason thing only. We see the rules change in the postseason. All year long, we play ghost runner at second whenever we go into extra innings. Postseason came around, that rule's out.
Well, it wasn't a ghost runner. It was an actual runner.
Yeah, but they called it a ghost runner rule.
Oh, well, ghost runner would be there's nobody there.
Yeah. Well,
And you just pretend.
right.
Oh, he just stole the base. We used to do that in the backyard. Yeah, my ghost runner just stole right there.
Yeah. Well, that's as much, and I want to get your thoughts on this. As much as I don't like it, just because the human aspect of it, I love real and being, the human aspect of making a mistake. And it's okay. It leads to arguments. It leads to fights. That's fun. That captures my attention. Like, I want to watch that. But at the same time, I want the game to be called the right way.
Yeah.
But counter to that is we got replay, and we see replay get it wrong 90% of the time. Maybe not that much.
Well,
That's a little over exaggeration here, but
so the thing with this automatic strike zone, from what I've seen, they get it right 100% of the time, because it's as quick as, hey, he's challenging. Fucking, they put it up on the video board. It shows where the pitch was. all right, it was a strike or a ball. It's that quick.
Yeah.
My opinion on this, I think that whenever they implemented replay, they should have implemented this as well. They should have done both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that way, you want to work some kinks out, you should have had it already worked out whenever that shit happened. So, why they're doing it now as opposed to fucking, when was it, 3 years ago whenever they implemented replay?
Yep.
I don't know. But I'm glad. I'm actually glad that they're doing this. But I hope it works out. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what to think on any rule that they go to from now on.
Dude, it's going to be... I think it'll be hard. I love this, but again, you got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of question marks behind this. And like we said, we don't know what the exact rules are in the minors. All we see are the highlights, which is umpire calls it a ball. We see pitcher go. They put it up on the big screen. It's a strike. They reverse the call. Or right. Same thing with the hitter. They call it a strike. He taps his head. Reverse it. The only glitch that I've seen is the strike zone itself not working. That's just because it was a glitch. Like first pitch is a fastball right down the middle. It taps that. Next pitch curveball in the dirt. Then change up down and away or down and in or whatever. And it's still picking up a fastball down the middle for whatever reason.
Okay.
I have seen that.
I haven't
but
seen
I've only
that.
seen it once.
Okay.
But again, I don't watch every minor league game.
It seems
I don't watch
like
every
they-
major league game. I try to watch as much as I can. But
It seems like they got it pretty figured out.
yeah, I would venture to say if you're talking about it here, and obviously we've seen it in minor leagues for the last 5 years, you have enough figured out that you're comfortable bringing it to spring training this coming year.
Let me tell you something. If you've been doing the same thing for 5 years and you can't get it right after those 5 years, you've either been doing it wrong for 5 years and haven't learned,
Yep.
or you just don't care. So I think they care enough. They've been wanting to do this. I think that they get it right.
Yeah, I do too. All right, so you good? You good with robo umps?
Yeah.
Like, are you good with this coming to Major League Baseball?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to do it.
But why are you? Is it the aspect of you just want the game to be called the right way, or are you just pissed off from seeing all the umpires just fuck it up? It seems like they're holding a grudge against the team,
Well,
or you think it's just way overdue and this should have been done 5 years ago when we put replay in, 8 years ago when we put replay in.
I think it's all or nothing, right? So Ty Schmidt said it best, right? You've already changed the game in a big way by adding the replay, by adding the pitch clock, by adding the batter's clock, like
Taking away the shift,
right, taking away the shift. Like you've already changed the game in a big way.
making relief pitchers face three guys minimum.
What's one more fucking thing?
Yeah,
Right, but yes, you should have done this when you added replay. Go big or go home. I've always said that. So if you're going to add it piece by piece, it's just going to make it miserable for us fans. Adding something new every year.
yeah, it's not good.
But if you add all this stuff, it better work.
Yeah, it has to work.
It has to work, and it has to not
glitch. You
Well-
can't pick up 3 straight fastballs down the middle when it's a curveball that bounces a fastball high.
Well, like I said, if you've been doing the same shit for 5 years,
Yeah.
if you yourself have been doing your job for 5 years and you still suck at it, you need to find a new fucking job.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell still got you hired. If you suck at your job for 5 years,
Exactly. Right? So
No,
they've been
they-
doing this shit in the minor leagues for 5 years. If
Yep.
they don't have it right by now, it doesn't deserve to be in any league.
yep, I agree.
So if they do have it right, I don't mind that. I don't mind because fuck these umpires ruining fucking games just because they feel like they got the power.
And that's the thing about it. Is
That's the whole reason they brought replay in.
But that's the thing about it, though. These umpires, it seems like they're holding grudge against guys sometimes. And that's the part of the game that we have to take away. You can't hold a grudge against a player. You know why? Because when they come up for at-bat 2, and there's a guy on second, and it's a 0-0 game in the 4th inning or 5th inning, and you need a hit or you need to move a guy over, 1-0 versus 0-1 changes the game, changes the at-bat, changes the way the pitcher attacks you.
Yeah.
Like, it might not seem like a lot that first pitch, but I guarantee you, if I throw strike one, you're more uncomfortable at the plate. Because now am I going fastball high, fastball down and away, fastball in? Am I running a two-seam on your hands? Maybe I'm, depending on where that first pitch was, did I dot a fastball in, and now I'm going to try to throw a changeup down and in that you're going to chase us nowhere near the strike zone, but looks like a fastball in my hand? Or maybe I'm going to throw a slider that starts at your hip and you jump out the way of because you think it's a fastball. Like, it changes everything. But you go 1-0, now you get back in the box, you're like, fastball middle in. That's all I'm looking for. Right. And you know what? If he dots a sweeper or whatever the fuck they want to call these names now, great. It's 1-1. I'm still comfortable in my bet. And I want the aspect of the game being called the right way. And what's made baseball so different from every other sport is we were the last to get to replay. We are the last to get to all this.
A timer.
Yeah.
We're some sort of clock.
But we're the last to go to technology.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go to a thing that, you know, the old fan might hate.
So, let me ask you this. Do you see more patients at the plate this year because of that? Like, so say they have success with it in spring training, and then it goes to regular season.
Well, it won't be this year. It'll be 26. They're going to test it spring training.
Okay, so in spring training, do you think you see more patients at the plate? Because, like, if you don't see a fastball down the middle, like, are you swinging?
No, probably not.
Exactly.
Depending on the count, probably not.
Well, but I'm saying, like, with 2 strikes on you, you really don't have to swing anything close anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You really just have to know the zone.
Yeah.
Because you can, if he rings you up on something 2 inches off the plate, you fucking tap that helmet. Hey, it's a ball. Okay, cool.
Here's the other thing that I want MLB to implement if they go to this in 2026. When it comes down to the postseason, whether you keep the rule in postseason or not, I don't care. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Let's say this rule gets implemented for all of 2026, postseason and all. When it comes down to picking umpires for the postseason, your home plate umpire for every single game has to be, you go back and you look at the stats. How many unchallenged did he get right?
Correct.
And then you look at how many challenged did he get right. And you pick the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys to umpire those games. Because you know what? I'm pretty sure in a World Series.
I'm sorry. Bella,
come see.
Bella.
She's itching.
Yeah, she is itching and it's moving the fucking camera.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Bella.
Come see. Hey, Belle. There she is. You look at the stats. How many did they call correctly unchallenged? And then you look at how many did they call correctly challenged. And that's your umpires for home plate. We went into a World Series game, and I'm pretty sure we had like an 86th rank umpire calling balls and strikes.
Yeah,
that can't happen.
I didn't get all that shit. I did not get all that.
Like that cannot happen. We cannot be in the biggest series and have the fucking 86% best calling umpire there. It can't be. It just can't. And that's what I think they got to work. Like I said, there's a lot of language they're going to have to work out in this, all kind of stuff. But, Coach, you know, speaking of language, and you just now talked about going back home. There's a guy that signed that we covered, Yusei Kikuchi, signed with the Angels. And his contract details came out. And, you know, we're about to finish up, and I want to finish up with this here because this is wild. Okay, signed with the Angels. It's a 3-year deal for $63.675 million. All right, $21 million in 2025, $21 million in 26, $21 million in 27. Plus, he has a trainer that is going to get paid $100,000, an interpreter that's going to get paid $75,000.
It's a year. It's got to be a year.
Yeah, a year. This is all according to John Heyman. And 5 business class tickets from Japan to the U.S. not to exceed $10,000 per ticket per year. So you want to talk about a guy going home and some language in a contract? You say Kikuchi got some language in this contract.
You do what you got to do, bud.
This is awesome.
He got the deal done.
He got the deal done.
Got the deal done, bro.
For well over.
They gave him what he wanted, for sure. The Angels, I guess they said, yeah, fuck it, we'll give you whatever you want.
Dude, this is crazy.
I don't know.
Can you imagine like walking into Angels ownership, be like, yeah, I'll sign for $63 million.
Well, no,
but
his interpreter that wasn't getting paid probably told them.
Yeah, that's true.
What he wanted.
Look, my interpreter right here, I want you to pay him $75,000 a year. I have my own trainer, so fuck your training staff because you can't keep Trout healthy. You couldn't keep Pujols healthy. You couldn't keep C.J. Wilson healthy. You can't keep Rendon healthy.
I didn't think about that.
Fuck that training staff. I got my own trainer. You're gonna pay him $1,000.
100,000.
Yeah, 100,000. What'd I say?
1,000.
Oh, 100,000.
Yeah, give him 1,000. He'll be fine with that. He's good.
$1,000 every time he works on me. So you're paying $365,000.
So is that a physical trainer? Is that an athletic trainer? Is that a
according to this, it just says trainer.
I would assume it's a physical trainer,
that's
that he works out with.
Yep.
You know,
that's what I would think too.
That his probably nutritionist and all that.
Yep.
I would assume that.
Yep. 100,000. And oh, by the way, just whenever we have off days or during the All-Star break, if I don't make it and I want to travel back home, I want 5 free flights a year.
That's
back home.
That's
I won't exceed $10,000. I'll just buy the best first class ticket for $9,000.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
And they're like,
commercial. I didn't get to go see my people. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's all you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it is. Done. Can you sign here? This X, sign it.
Yes. Sign. Pen. Sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
man,
crazy contract stipulations, but hey,
it's wild.
They got it done.
Got it done. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, it's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, look, with that being said, let me turn my body. My old, decrepit body.
It's your turn to close this out.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm turning my body. I was very relaxed. So, I guess I'm relaxed again. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been a great episode, as we always do. Make sure, like, subscribe, share, etc. We'll be putting in an intro pretty soon, to kind of tell y'all, hey, do this, do that, do that. You don't have to. You don't have to do shit. But we'd
appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that does. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been Diamondback Discussions Unfiltered.